Welcome to Hashtag Rising Artists, a series where we introduce you to brand new artists. Who knows, they might end up on your playlist. I'm your host, Taylor Warren. Let's get started, shall we? I'm Jennie Harluk. I am a singer-songwriter from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I've just been exploring different genres, and I said singer-songwriter because I'm super interested in pop, alternative, folk, everything in between, so that's me.
Ooh. All right. Well, I'm curious to know, as in terms of you have a brand new song that's out right now and the music video, which is out today. Can you tell me a little bit about The Fool?
The Fool is my follow-up single to my debut single, Blame It On Me, which came out in July. And it's funny. It's a juxtaposition. It's a little bit ironic, and it's a walking contradiction, kind of like me. It is a super upbeat, happy sounding song, but when you listen to the words, it has such a emotional punch, as I like to say, to it, and it is about. I wrote it after a breakup. How cliche is that?
Of course.
And and it is about just the kind of just feeling of, wow, I'm so dumb. Like, how did I let that happen? And I told it from my perspective of my personal story, but the chorus is all of these cliches that people tell you after you get broken up with, like, oh, like the joke's on them, they don't know what they're missing, da 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 da. And while all those things may or may not be true, you still feel kind of stupid because you're like, okay, yeah, I guess so, but like I'm still hurt and I still got broken up with, and it sucks. That's kind of, in simplest terms, it sucks, and that's okay though. And so I thought that The Fool was just a really, it's probably my most personal song that I've written so far. It's so upbeat and light musically, and but when you really listen, it's definitely a hitter.
When I was introduced to your music, I was listening to it before and I was like, oh man, I really like the flow of the music. It feels really nice. It has that happy tone to it. And then, like you said, I was reading the lyrics because I actually got the PR message with the lyrics. I was like, oh shit. Oh, this is why I'm excited. Oh, okay. All right.
It's like a twist to turn.
It is. I love it. And that's one of the things I think I even replied back to the person I was messaging. And I said to her, I'm like, man, I really want this. I really want to listen to this song right now. Like, I want to have this on my playlist. And she's like, well, the song's out Friday and you can listen to it then. I'm like, oh, what? Really? Okay. So I'm really excited for everyone to hear this song and be able to see this music video, which brings me up to the next part. Tell me a little bit about that music video. It looks so much fun.
Yeah, the video we filmed, kind of going back to, these songs are very linked together, Blame It On Me and The Fool. With Blame It On Me, I was told by my team, like, we got to do a music video for this. Let's find a team. Let's find a production company, etc., etc. And with all my songs, I have a very clear vision of where I wanted to go. And I knew what I wanted. I had it set in my heart, my head, and I just wasn't creatively clicking with anybody who we were meeting with, which is totally fine. That just happens sometimes. But the girl who took my press photos, Isabella Morton, she took them for both Blame It On Me and The Fool. We were joking at the end of the shoot for Blame It On Me, and I was like, I'm just not feeling it with any of these people. I don't really know what to do. And we kind of looked at each other and we were like, yeah, we're gonna do it. So we just decided, you know what, we could do it. And I have never clicked creatively anymore with anyone than I have with Izzy. And so after we finished Blame It On Me, and it went super great, and we were so excited, it was so much fun, we were like, okay, let's do The Fool. And so The Fool video, like I said, I had a super clear vision for it. And what's really cool that I like to tell, not a ton of people know this yet, but the set in the house is actually a movie set from one of my favorite movies, which is The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford. Really long title.
Ooh, oh my gosh, I actually know that movie.
Yeah, it's so good, and it had Brad Pitt in it, and it was a great movie. And funny enough, a girl that I went to school with, her grandparents own the set that it was filmed on, and we did a film study in school on this movie. And she was like, "Oh, like let's go see the set." And so we went, and when I got there, I was like, "Wow, this would be such a cool place for a video." And it was so cool, but I wasn't there yet musically. And so when this video came up, I was like, I should ask her. And so I did, and they were so kind. They let me use the set, and so we filmed it in 2 days, over the span of 2 days, because we had two different locations. And it really just encompasses the chaotic mess and emotions that you go through after a breakup. Like there's beauty in it, there's sadness, there's a little bit of hope, and then there's like the messy, chaotic, oh my gosh, I'm going insane of it. And I think that we really captured that, and I'm just really proud of it. I'm super, super excited.
It looked like a lot of fun. And now knowing this little tidbit on the backside, holy crap. So when you were walking around, because you mentioned earlier, this was that you went over there for a film study.
Yeah.
Did you study film, or like were you planning on being? Oh, just in high school. So this was just a fun class.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a little jealous over here.
I know, it was so fun.
Oh my gosh. And then you got to be on that set that you want, be on that set of your favorite movie, and then to come back again to do the whole music video in there. That's so cool.
Yeah,
were there any like moments where you were photographing everything, being like, Brad was here, I'm here reenacting certain scenes?
It was funny. There was actually, so there was only two of us, and so we had a lot to do. And so we left, and we were like, did we take any behind the scenes? Yeah, I think we got enough. Okay. And it was kind of like, but yeah, it was super cool, and I'm just really, really appreciative of them for letting us use it. So
yeah, oh my gosh. Oh, so I wanted to bring back the one important thing. How did you and Isabel meet, or Izzy?
Oh, we actually met from between a mutual friend, and it was funny. We actually met almost exactly a year ago. Funny enough, I should message her.
Wow.
And out of high school, I didn't go to university. I'm not in university, and so, or college if you're in the States. And I didn't have a ton of friends coming out of high school, and I wasn't going to university, and we were in COVID, and I'm like, how am I gonna meet literally anybody? Like, how do you meet people? And so we had a mutual friend, and I knew that she was into photography, and I just messaged her, and I was like, hey, I think we have some common interests. Like, I know we have a few mutual friends. We're both into photography. Would you want to just shoot sometime? And so we did. We met up and we did a photo shoot together, and it was kind of, we're both just very, it's funny, we joke about how we're both just very fiery, stubborn, creative personalities that is just a lot. And sometimes it's hard for people to handle because we're just like go, 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 and like really strong. And so it's a little bit hard.
Understand.
Yeah, and together it comes up with the coolest stuff. So
oh gosh. And because of that, you got this awesome music video because of the whole connection. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. And I'm so excited for everyone to see this music video, which they can see in the article below, wherever it's at, as well as the link in the YouTube description.
Sweet.
Gosh. But so there was something that popped up in while I was learning more about you. I'm curious because you're not the only person I know who has this ability. I'm not saying it's like a superpower, but it does feel like a superpower. Now I'm going to butcher the name because I have a huge like lisp issue, but can you tell me a little bit about your oh my God, I cannot read this. Synthesis, or oh my gosh, that's worse than I thought.
I'll save you.
Oh no. Oh no, it's bad. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. It's a weird word. I couldn't spell it for the longest time, but synesthesia is
synesthesia.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a hard word. It's like,
it is. Oh gosh, and the lisp is my speech therapist will hate me right now.
It's when to practice. Whoa, the light just went away. Dark. Ooh. But in the spirit of dark and color, yeah, synesthesia. That's really cool that you know someone else who has that. That's really cool.
There's also another celebrity, actually, another musician, which is Pharrell.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I just found out that Billie Eilish has it. I found that out on Jimmy Kimmel.
Not what I didn't know about it. I just knew about Pharrell, and I had a friend who does it, who has the ability.
Yeah, that's super cool. So I guess for people who don't know what it it's basically the collision of senses. And so it's different for some people. Some people it's triggered by smell or sound or taste or vision. So for me, I see color in people and I see color in my music, is where it comes from. And so for Blame It On Me, the color was purple, and I just knew like it was purple. And I saw confetti and I saw smoke, and it was just it's a very like visual, overwhelming visual that is more kind of felt and not seen. Like I don't look at somebody and I see like purple around them or something like
Yeah.
that. It's more of like a I just know. And it's a cool, I call it, I don't know, people call it like a condition, but I'm like, condition sounds so weird. Like I don't
No,
know what it is.
I always feel like it's just a special power. It's like that ability to be able to do that. Not many people can.
Yeah, and so it's kind of it's like a little cheat sheet, so it's funny. But for the pool, the color was emerald green and cream and hardwood floors and like the rich auburn color of liquor and
Mm.
flowers, dark red flowers, and so that just I feel like I take those colors and I write it into my lyrics, and that's just the whole vibe of it. And I think we got it down in the video. There's some very obvious visuals, but just some of the subtleties of this weird little superpower, like you said, that I have is in it, and it really helps me visualize and know what I want for the song creatively and marketing and promotional images and everything in between.
And honestly, it does play really well with that because the music video was really beautiful. And you incorporating with the green with the dress. Oh my gosh, that dress. I,
Thanks.
I saw the dress. I was like, damn, I want that. It's like it's
Yeah.
right there up to the like the emerald green couch that everyone on TikTok wants. Everybody
Yes.
has to have
Oh
that
my
couch.
goodness. I love that. That's so great.
Ooh, so like I mentioned before our recording started, I have some conversation cards we're gonna try to mess with and get to know you on a new level.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll go easy. I'm trying to think of how easy I want to go.
Yeah.
Uh let's see. If you were to press shuffle on your music playlist right now, what would be the first song that would pop up?
Should I do it? Should I see what
You know
happens?
what? You'll be the second person that has ever actually pulled up their phone and pulled up the answer.
Yeah. I have it right here. Let's see. I'm kind of nervous. Oh, perfect. It is Wouldn't Come Back by Truesdale. And
Ooh.
Truesdale is, I think they're kind of an up and coming I think indie band, and they're these three girls, and they don't have a ton of songs out yet, but they are, I think they are so cool. Their writing is incredible. They have just the coolest 70s vibe, and they're, like I said, their lyrics are just impeccable. I would love to write with them sometime, but they are definitely somebody to watch, someone to check out, and they're a up and coming artist too, so that's a cool
Ooh,
one.
love that. Love the support. Here we're gonna do a fun one. If how do I want to rewrite this? Because I have a set. This is a different deck of cards that I'm gonna rewrite. Rewrite. If you can transform into any animal for one day, what would it be?
A cow.
A cow?
Yeah, I love cows.
Are we talking like a full-grown cow or like a calf cow?
um, I don't know. Maybe like one of those little fuzzy cows that
Yeah,
are like really cute. But cows are like my favorite animal. If my friends watch this, they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that." But I
it's
think
adorable.
they're so cute, and I live like in the countryside, and so I see them all the time. And whenever like my friends and I go on like drives or road trips, I'm like, "Look at the cow." Look at the cow. And I would love to be on the side of the road and somebody go, look at the cow. And so maybe a cow.
I
Yeah.
love that. That's so cute. Gosh. And there's like those one type of cows that are just completely brown and have the little horns. I always forget what they're called. They're so pretty looking too.
Yeah.
My gosh.
And it's like four stomachs. Like it'd be very interesting to see how much you could eat with four stomachs.
That is true. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about that. I'm thinking about like getting, like dealing with four udders and I'm like,
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah.
but getting to just stand around and do nothing for like
Yeah.
for hours on end sounds great.
Yeah. That's so funny.
All right, let's see. What should you never whisper to someone's ear before they fall asleep?
Hmm, that's a really great question. Sorry, my cat has decided to make a
Oh,
poop. That's another animal I would love to be for a day. She is so needy, so it'd be really nice to be her. But that is a really cool question, especially for like Halloween season. I love it.
yes, that's right.
Um, Probably I don't know, like they're watching you or I'm watching you or I don't know. So
I love that. Gosh.
yeah, I'm
I
gonna
think
be
what
thinking about that later, and I'll be like staying up tonight, like thinking about what I would whisper to someone's ear.
well, if you have the answer, definitely send it to me. I'll
I
love to
will.
secretly add that in there just to see if everyone's watching this.
Yes, I
All right.
will.
Okay. What's the most ridiculous thing you have done to try to impress a crush?
I I took a bet. He dared me to eat. Okay, yeah, he dared me to eat one of those, like in plastic sushi, like to go sushi things from like Safeway or wherever it is.
Yeah.
Have like the little like swirl of not guacamole, wasabi.
Wasabi?
Yeah, he dared me to eat it, the whole thing, the whole little ball of wasabi,
Oh no.
and I did it, and my stomach was burning, like
Ooh.
burning, and I can hardly even like smell wasabi now without wanting to throw up. Like, or if like a
Oh
tiny
no.
bit gets on my sushi and I eat it, I'm like deep breaths.
Oh
That's
no.
probably the stupidest thing I've done.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm covering up my nose because that's usually like wasabi just hits my nose the hardest and I can just feel the
Feel like the
burn.
burning and
Oh, ooh. Wow.
I can feel the burning thinking about it.
And did you get a second date out of him?
No?
No? Oh no.
That's probably
And
why.
it scarred you too. Oh.
Exactly. Just like trauma and dipped. Like
It's like, oh, wow. Not even
we're
like a
still
ghost.
friends, so it's good. We're still
All
good
right.
friends, but that's yeah.
Oh my goodness. My gosh, I'm gonna relive this nightmare as I'm going to have sushi today.
Yeah,
So
me too.
using your ability for the moment, your
Mhm.
superpower, I'm going to change how this question is written out because the original question is what's the most annoying sound in the world. Because of your ability, I want to see has you ever met somebody that just gave you a weird feeling,
Yeah.
weird color vibe? You're just like, oh no, I can't vibe with this person.
Yes, it is. Like I said earlier, it's kind of like a cheat sheet where I don't see it like right when we meet. Like I can't look at someone and be like, boom. Well, sometimes, but that's pretty rare. But if I'm having like a conversation, like I kind of get it, I get into it, and then halfway through, I'm like, I can tell like if we're gonna vibe or not. And so I won't say the color that it is, but it's usually the
Okay.
same color. So
All right.
yeah, it's
Give
funny.
me- Okay. So I'm gonna do one last one.
Sweet.
I'm just trying to debate on which one I want to do. Because I got three of them technically in my possession of viewpoint. And all of them are good. But this one's the one I haven't introduced yet into the atmosphere. So I think I might do that one. And that is I've never met a blank I didn't like.
Oh, I like that. That's a very like songwritery. I could go like
Exactly.
write a song about that. I never met a blank I didn't like. Dog?
Ooh,
I've never met
that's
a
a good
dog
one.
I didn't like. I love dogs. I've never met a hmm, you know what? A a person, this is like a long response, but I've
Okay,
never
we're good.
met
We're
a
good.
person that's like hard to figure out that I didn't like because if they're challenging and like I said, like with my whole color thing, like I can get a color, but if someone's hard for me to read, I'm like, challenge accepted, let's do it. So
Oh gosh.
I've never met a challenge. Oh, I heard challenge. I've never met a challenge and like
Love that.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic response. And especially the best one out of the first responses I've made with this card.
Sweet.
Well, Jennie, we come to the end of the whole thing where I get to be able to ask you, where can we find you?
You can find me. I am on all social media: Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, everywhere at Jennie Harluk. JennieHarluk.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to, instead of staring at cows.
Yeah. This was so fun. This is one of the
Yeah.